RF signals are rubbish, but I can usually get good results with it for what it's worth. That's not the case with this system, a French clone of a German PONG clone. It's a shaky, snowy mess, and I'm getting tired of trying to fix it, so we're going to try and drastically improve it with the composite video mod instead. Disassembling the system is an absolute chore. It's not difficult, it's just really irritating, and you'll see why soon enough. First we have to remove the plastic covering the game selector switch. Then when these 4 screws are out, you can lift off the underside, but there are wires attached to the battery compartment, so movement is limited. There are 4 more screws on the board to be taken out before we can remove that, but again, wires attach it to the case. The case itself is in 3 parts, the bottom half with the battery compartment and the top half, which itself is 2 halves. All of which are attached with wires, of course, that are weakly soldered on so they can come off really easily if you're not careful. The speaker wires also kind of just hang around, dangling about, so watch out for those as well. Before we start, this system has another problem. It doesn't even turn on, unless I bypass this transistor. So, our first task, replace the transistor. Alright, that's done. So onto the composite mod. This PONG clone, like many others, has the AY-3-8500 chip, and looking at this pinout, we need to use pins 6, 9, 10 and 24 for the ball, right player, left player, and score and field respectively. If we follow all the traces from those video signal pins, we'll find where they all merge together at this point where they become one solid image. This is where we'll grab a video signal. To get our video sync connection, we get that from pin 16 of the chip. Now we can't just run wires from these points to an RCA jack, we need to build a circuit. So I went on the internet and I found this. But then I found this. A composite video circuit specifically for a Binatone PONG clone that uses the same chip, the AY-3-8500. I translated it into something I can understand and started to build it. With 9V from this point, and ground from this point, the sync and video signal connected, it's about time we tested it out. It is incredibly dim. I did some more tinkering, and I found that taking the video straight from the individual pins on the chip worked much better on a much more simplified version of the circuit that suits my system better, I think. Not all of these systems were built the same, but observe, the game is actually playable. Now you can output the sound as well. You just take that straight from pin 3, add ground from wherever, and run that into another RCA cable. Well, that was fun. I'm certainly happy I can finally use this thing after how many years of not being able to. And now we have something my parents can play. It's still more dim than I'd like it to be, but I am far from being a genius and figuring that out myself. Anyway, I hope this video was alright, and as always, I'll be back in 16 bits. Actually, how many bits are in a PONG clone? That's a good question, I might find out. Huh. Turns out PONG doesn't even have any bits. It uses transistor logic, so it predates CPUs and microprocessors. Ah, that's kind of cool. It's all in French.
Hey Chris, can me and my friend here play some Smash 4?
Yeah, alright.
Smash 4 was always the bad one!